There are some amazing restaurants in the Northern Neck. I want to go over some of the restaurants that maybe are considered hidden gems or secrets, ones that seems like only the locals know about. Of course, we're used to awesome restaurants like Adrift and Lee's and the Office Bistro, but what are some of those restaurants that are off the beaten path that you wish you knew about? I'm going to cover those in this video. Who am I? My name is Josh. I'm a real estate agent with Bragg & Company. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in this area, I'd love to earn your business. Let's dive into this. I've kind of broken it down into a few different lists, if you will. And the first list is those restaurants that are kind of off the beaten path. Some of those restaurants that maybe if you are willing to be in a car for a little bit longer, that you will be glad you made the trip. Restaurants like the Oaks, home of the ribeye is what their emails always say. I get the emails that go out with the menu, but just some awesome food. And that's one of my favorite restaurants that if it's a date night, sometimes it's hard to get into. The food is so good, but well worth the wait, well worth the trip. It's up in Lively. Another place well worth the trip in the other direction is a place called Newsom's. It's up in Burgess. I challenge you to look up the reviews for their restaurant on Google and find better reviews. The food is amazing, well worth the trip, and I think you'll be glad you did. And then finally, the other direction, if you were to go south, if you're willing to cross the bridge, there's some amazing restaurants on the southern side of the Rappahannock. Restaurants like Prime Mediterranean and Topping, Miroir also in Topping, a big local favorite. If I'm showing a client the area and they give me a couple days to show them around and show them a few houses, Miroir is a lot of times on the list. One of my wife and I's favorite on a date night is The Table in Deltaville. Amazing food. I've always joked that the chef there, Helen, could make a grilled cheese taste like a 5-star restaurant. So many good options. If you are willing to make the trip, willing to go off the beaten path, I'll put a link to all the restaurants I'm covering in this video down in the description. But just know some of these restaurants you need to call ahead. Make sure you get a reservation. The next list I want to cover is some of the local gems that are food trucks, or they at least feel like food trucks. A friend of mine and I always joke that we would a lot of times rather just go to a food truck anyway. Some of the best food in America is served right out of a food truck. So going to Rocket Billy's in Whitestone, going to Joe's Grill in Kilmarnock, their chicken sandwich is amazing. Rita's Cafe in Weems, my mom's name was Rita. And Rita's Cafe, if you want to get a taste of something local, a lot of cool things you can get there, especially if you want that local feel and some unique food you can only get in our area. And then finally, there's a local taco truck called Cocina del Mexicana that I have had lunch at multiple times. I shouldn't call them a taco truck because they have more than just tacos, but their tacos are amazing. And we actually had them come to one of our open houses. We had folks tour the house and grab lunch while they're there. Another place you could look is a lot of the local marinas also have restaurants. Yankee Point Marina has the Black Duck, the Tiki Bar down at Windmill Point, and several others. You can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. If you need to go to the marina for some reason or you're close by, why not grab lunch? Some of these places are amazing. And speaking of knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone, a lot of restaurants can be found in some of the local amenities or resorts. So the Tides Inn has a couple restaurants. Fishhawk Oyster Bar is a little more casual, and the Salt and Meadow, you better get reservations because the food is so good that a lot of times you're not getting in the door without one. A lot of the local restaurants get their ingredients from the area itself. And I think you can tell. I think you can sometimes not just taste, but you can feel the area, the culinary, and the experiences in just the food itself. Other restaurants a part of a resort or amenity are some of the local country clubs or yacht clubs have amazing restaurants. I know Indian Creek Yacht and Country Club has an amazing restaurant. The food is always good. And finally, one of the coolest places in the area, I did a YouTube video on this place alone. There's a movie theater there. There's an arcade. There's batting cages, bumper cars, go-karts, you name it. It has so many cool things to do there. And of course, I'm talking about Compass Entertainment Complex. They also have an amazing restaurant called Meridian. We've been known to go there and get dinner, watch a movie, and hang out for several hours because it's all right there and it's amazing. Other local favorites you can only get to by boat. I'll probably do a video in future just on this topic alone because not all waterfront restaurants give you the ability to ride your boat right up to the restaurant and tie off. So knowing some of those local favorites, knowing which ones you can and can't go to, the ones that you can, what an amazing experience to be able to ride your boat right up, have lunch or dinner, and ride your boat right back. I've done that several times at some of the local favorites. Stay tuned for that video. Make sure you like this one and subscribe and hit that bell notification so that way when that video hits, you know about it. Finally, I want to go over some of the restaurants that maybe they're not off the beaten path or hidden and a part of something else, but I don't think they get recommended enough. Some restaurants like Donna's on Main, I love their wings, among other things. Other places like Miss Mary's Seafood always has a line out the door. Casey's Crabs and Q's, what a great place to hang out, eat some steamed shrimp, have a drink, and maybe shoot a game of pool. And finally, Horn Harbor Restaurant, one of my wife and I's favorites. I feel like you can go to Horn Harbor for anything. You can go there for a date night. You can go there for a family thing. I've been there for events, all right there on the waterfront. Well worth the trip. I'll probably do a part 2 to this video in the future, as I'm sure I missed some of the local favorites. If you know of a restaurant I didn't cover in this video, please leave me a comment down below. And finally, if you like this video, I think you'll like this one too. It's where I point out some things you need to know before moving here. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.